PC or competition with Gluster. You mentioned NetApp in terms of file systems. You mentioned Isilon. I know that there are clustered file systems, whether it's Oracle Cluster File System, GFS, maybe Ceph, which is coming up, kind of sort of does that.
Yeah.
Where do you see the competition, either in terms of open source or commercial or somewhere in between, or is it greenfield such that this is a new use case or new types of workloads, as it were, that people aren't dealing with quite yet?
Yeah, I don't see this as a new use case. In fact, there has been a desperate need in the last 5 years for anyone to solve this problem. Basically, give me a Google-style storage where I threw a lot of commodity Dell, HP, or Supermicro boxes with the drives in them, and I want to build a scalable file system. In simple terms, like a ZFS, but scale-out ZFS, right? And there was nothing like that, even in the open source world. And both proprietary, not just open source, proprietary world too, but numerous attempts in the last 20 years has happened trying to solve this problem. And it wasn't easy writing a new file system, right? But we figured out a different approach, but leaving that apart. So who else is doing this? Ceph is one good project. It's driven by a university. They are making progress. Then a lot of other projects are basically, I have not seen much progress happening. Pretty much in the open source space, us and Ceph. In the commercial space, we see Isilon finally succeeded, right? They did a pretty good job. Parascale, MaxiScale, most of these guys, when we started along the same time, they just ran out of business. Ceph is still in development. They took a distributed metadata model, but like, for me, even if it is competition, actually I see we're all, it makes sense for all of us to play together because the market is so big and it takes all of us to stand together to take down the big boys.
Good. And then talking about, taking down the big boys or whoever it might be, what, as a CTO, founder of your company, what do you see as the biggest challenges for moving forward? Is it a question of explaining things to your venture capital backers, dealing with misconceptions that you're not Gluster, or is it some other sort of technical challenge that you face?
I see the technical challenges have been mostly overcome. It's now, for us personally, it's about execution, scaling the company. We have a lot of successful deployments, high-profile deployments we can talk proudly about. We have overcome the hurdle. In fact, I jokingly say that we overcome the storage startup curse. We are here to stay. But it's basically taking a technology that is working, and now it has proven itself in the market with thousands of deployments in the community, enough customers, right? Taking that and building a scalable company like NetApp and DMC, that will take a few years, right? And that's not the same thing like solving the technology problem. Our challenges are basically how can we keep this pace and build a great company around this product. That's where strategy is very simple. Exit strategy is build a great company.